keeping old houses intact is a respectful way of honoring the past. However, there are some architects who believe that changing the use of a historical building is a necessary part of preservation.
No matter how much you care about conservation, the users and the usage change over time. If we do not change the use to meet the modern need, the buildings would collapse by themselves. At that time, you have no building, you have no occupants. Now that would be, to me, a worse fate. So it is what we call the adaptive reuse.
The University of Chicago Booth School of Business is a prime example of adaptive reuse, which essentially means to restore an old building for a new purpose. In this case, an iconic residential property known as the House of Tan Yeok Nee was restored and converted into a very unusual campus in 1999.
I think at the bottom of it, we wanted the building after restoration to be as authentic as we took over, because it's in the spirit of preservation that if we alter too much, we're not preserving the past. But at the same time, we know that we have to adapt the building to modern use.
Modernity came in the form of lecture theatres and offices. However, these additions do not detract from the building's original splendour. While most students have to contend with concrete or glass buildings, the students here are surrounded by beautiful 19th century southern Chinese architecture. This includes the majestic roof, which underwent extensive restoration.
The process of this restoration is what in Chinese is called 落架大修, means we remove the structures down to the ground and do a major restoration, because most historical buildings get damaged because of leaky and damp roof. And of course, this building is no exception.
While they worked on the structural repairs to the roof, they were also adamant about remaining as faithful as possible to the decorations on the roof. In order to do this, they had to turn to traditional craftsmen from China for some help.
In the name of authenticity, we had to bring back the Teochew craftsmen to restore all those decorations. And for the roof, because there are lots of broken porcelain pieces, which the craftsmen had to cut and glue. To do so, we had to buy a lot of cups, bowls, and plates from Teochew to Singapore, broke them, and then paste them back to the roof. So I think anybody who knows the history, the background of this, would really appreciate the building a lot more. Yeah.
It was Liu Taike's knowledge of Chinese architecture that guided the restoration of not just the roof, but also the enhancement of the courtyards through the addition of a traditional Chinese element.
Water is always considered good luck to the Chinese. So by adding this pool in the first courtyard would not alter the spatial quality. It would enhance the spatial quality, and therefore we added in.
While it is important to aesthetically enhance a building's spatial quality, architects also need to consider functionality. To this end, Liu Taike decided to add tree beds in the open courtyards to provide relief from the strong tropical sun.
For the students to want to get outdoors, we want them to go to a place that is well shaded. We want them to have a good environment, and therefore we added this, and also soften the harshness of the architecture.
The comfort of the students was certainly an important consideration. In order to provide more tranquil spaces while still maintaining the distinct Oriental style, the team added a pavilion fitted with modern amenities.
After a lot of thinking, we decided to put back a pavilion. Pavilion set on a pool of water, which of course the Chinese love water as well. But this is no ordinary pavilion because it's glazed with glass and therefore it's aircon. And I've been told that this is one of the favorite places for the students.
The team's determination to retain authenticity led to a successful combination of old-world charm and new-world modernity. The adaptive reuse of the House of Tan Yeok Nee is a lesson in preserving our past, while still looking to the future.
A lot of these historical buildings represent the craftsmanship of the past, represented certain technological achievement of the past, and certain aesthetic sense of the past. And therefore, if we preserve them, we would know where we have been, and then we would know why we are the way we are today. I would always ask, if you don't know the past, how do you know what is the future? I think the past will give us this point of reference.